Now, what is this product that we are introducing to you? This My English Tutor. Many of you have seen many tutorial centers here in the Philippines, or many tutorial centers online. Tutorial centers such as Kumon that offer English and speaking. Here in the Philippines, the education system is very good. But when it comes to English and speaking, that is when it becomes difficult for someone to speak in English confidently with the correct grammar. In schools, they teach English correctly when it comes to writing. You ask a student to write a 2-page essay on a certain product, on a certain topic, and I guarantee that their grammar is going to be perfect. But you ask them to give you a presentation, a 5-minute presentation about the country of the Philippines, they're going to have a difficult time giving the presentation in English. With My English Tutor, this will help the student learn in a new, innovative, and fun way. This is not the type of tutorial that is boring. Hindi maiinip yung bata pag nasa harap siya ng computer. Bakit? Kasi ngayon, all the children like to be in front of the computer. Ano ba ginagawa nila? The Facebook, the Twitter, diba? With My English Tutor, this gives them a chance, this gives the parents a chance to replace computer games, social networks, with something educational, something that they can really benefit from. Because this is online. Anywhere in the world they can be at. They can have a tablet in their hand. They can be at the computer shop. They can log in, and they can learn English at their own time, at their own pace, in a very effective way. My English Tutor has a lot of animations. These are screenshots of what's in My English Tutor for each lesson. Now, it may look like it's just for children, but it's not. This is also for adults our age. This is fun for adults because it gives them that school experience once again. You know, they go back to their childhood days when they were at school, so they see all the pictures and things like that. So it becomes more interesting for them. And also with the children, it makes it more fun for them also, because you're teaching the children at a child's level. Okay, so it makes it very fun for them. Now, this will help them understand grammar. The grammar is very broad. There's a lot of topics that deal with English grammar. Okay, everything emphasizes on speaking, how to pronunciate words, how to correctly use words in past tense, future tense, and present tense. The correct accent. My English Tutor is taught in an American accent because here in the Philippines, everyone is exposed to the American accent. When people apply for jobs at call centers, they always require a neutral or American accent. Well, this will help the student adapt to listen, how to adapt that accent that is being taught in My English Tutor. Now, everything is based on it's a classroom syllabus. This was put together by teachers, okay? And we guarantee that the student will be satisfied. We guarantee that the parent will be satisfied with the knowledge that their child is learning. That their child will be able to speak English with confidence, correctly, and you won't have to worry about the teacher having an off day. Okay, why we stand by guarantee with this product. This syllabus was put together by teachers. That's why we stand by the guarantee that the student will learn it perfect the first time. And now everything is smooth, everything is perfect. The student will learn it the correct way the first time. Because sometimes when a student is learning in school, lalo na kapag English sa mga eskwelahan, laging Taglish yun, di ba? So hindi naman naging expose yung estudyante sa English. Yung talagang English na English. Buong panahon ng class nila, English lahat. With this, they'll be able to be exposed to English the whole time. Okay, walang Taglish, so that way they can adapt to the language correctly. Because in order for you to learn a language, you have to be speaking it the whole time. You have to be exposed to it constantly. You have to be constantly listening so that it absorbs inside the child's mind. So that's why we guarantee that the student and the parent will be satisfied, that there will be good results. And this is different than any other English tutorial that is offered here in the Philippines, even online. Now, My English Tutor consists of 300 lessons, divided into 6 different levels with 50 lessons each. Beginner 1, Beginner 2, Intermediate 1, Intermediate 2, Advanced 1, and Advanced 2. Now this tutorial covers every question that you have ever thought of about the English language. How do I correctly use in and on? How do you use shall? How do you use must? This eliminates the chances of a child saying, turn down the lights instead of turn off the lights. Ang mga ganun tanong, nandito. It answers everything. Okay? This will, because everything is on speaking. In the schools, they teach you very well how to write, how to read. Okay? But when it comes to having to actually go out into the world and when you find a foreigner and you're like, ah, nosebleed na, di ba? Parang ano eh, sasabihin ko dito, Englishero eh. Pero, with this, I guarantee this children will have so much fun using my English tutor. Every question that they wonder how to use certain words in English is answered with this through each level and in each lesson. But you can see how many lessons, what the lessons are in my English tutor. You'll be very, very surprised. A lot of that, especially in Advanced 1 and Advanced 2, that's all college level. So your child can continue to learn from my English tutor from grade 1 up until grade 6. When he gets to grade 7, 8, and all the way up to 12, he's going to be far more advanced than all the other students in his English class. He's going to get higher scores in English than he is in Filipino because he's using my English tutor. Okay? This is very detailed. And the emphasis, I mean, I always have to say that, it's on speaking, okay? Because everyone else is always like, oh, there's other English tutorials, there's free ones online. You can only learn so much from free English tutorials, okay? They offer you a demo, and you learn what? And it was boring, okay? And once you decide that you want to learn with that company, it costs so much. With this, you learn it perfect all the time. You don't have to worry about it. The parent doesn't have to worry about, did my student learn it right? You know, is he speaking correctly? You know, with this, you can hear the voice yourself later on. You know, they'll learn it correctly. Okay, the accent is there, and it's beneficial for slow learners and fast learners. The reason why it's very beneficial for slow learners is because in each lesson you can repeat it up to 5 times. He didn't get it the first time? Why not? Do it again. Repeat it the second time. Do it up to 5 times. Maximize each lesson. Because there's 300 lessons. Now, my English tutorial, the subscription is good for 1 year. Now, 300 lessons in 1 year, a child can cover 3 lessons in 1 day and repeat them 3 times. And maximize all the lessons in 1 year. And if you really wanted to maximize each lesson 5 times, he probably won't finish it in a year, but he'll probably subscribe again. And subscribing again won't be a problem because it's not expensive. It's only 4,650 pesos. Okay. Later you will see the comparison of this in other English tutorials. This is very cheap. I used to teach at a Korean school office here at Ortigas Center, and their students, they charge their students $220 for 1 hour, 5 days a week for 1 month, with a teacher that is teaching them through Skype on a headset. The teacher and the student have a book, but the students there, majority of the time, have to study with the school for like 5 years just to perfect that one book. Okay? Well, because they start at a level that is so much higher than they should be at. Okay? With this, let's say a student wants to learn at intermediate level. We're all built in with that curiosity. And it also helps to have a refreshment. Because there may be something that you didn't learn in Beginner 1 and Beginner 2 that you're going to be so curious, you're going to want to continue to learn. Might as well maximize what I did. I'll start at Beginner 1. That's no problem. You know, for the shy students, they don't have to worry about asking questions because all the questions are answered while they're learning. Okay? And what's good about fast learners is that they'll be ahead of the class. They'll know more than the students learning English in that class. But when they go up to speak, everyone will be nosebleed. They won't be nosebleed anymore. Now you see the comparison for other English tutorial classes, it's ridiculous. I mean, if as a parent, you want your student to learn English the correct way without having to spend so much money, right? Because now they've already added, when a student graduates from the Philippines, now he or she will be 18, right? They have grade 12, 7 and 8, right? So they add more money into their curriculum. With this, add a little bit more, but they're going to learn something good, you know? And it's not expensive, $150 a month. Wow, that's 7,000 pesos a month to learn English for just 1 month. And you don't even know if your student is going to learn it the right way. You don't know if your child is going to enjoy it. And at the same time, you don't know if that teacher is teaching it the correct way. Okay? You don't have to worry about that with my English student. Everything is perfect all the time, no matter what. So there are a ton. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of English tutorials that are available online. And I've had people come up to me and say, you know, there are free ones online. I already know about that stuff. I tried some free ones online. Really? Give me a 5-minute presentation about dogs. And let me see if you really benefited from that free English tutorial. You can't do it. Okay. That's the benefit of this. It's cheap. You're getting 300 lessons. And it's for a whole year. You can learn at your own pace. You don't have to worry about imperfection in the teaching. Everything is good. Everything is perfect every single time. And you will also know if your child or student is learning everything, because at the end of every lesson, there's a test. It's a 10-question test with no time limit. And if they, you know, at the end of the test, they'll have the results. So, pag hindi pa niya na-perfect yung unang test niya, you can do it again. Uli ka na lang. That's what's good about it. Every person wants to do something over again to refresh themselves. Okay? When you're buying a product, especially when it comes to education, you want the guarantee that that student is going to learn. It's going to absorb. I mean, 4,650 pesos, 300 lessons. Mahal ba yun o mura? Mura na yun. You get 6 levels, 300 lessons for 4,650 pesos. I don't think you won't be able to find that anywhere. And the format of it is you can go online anywhere. This can go global. You know someone in Korea? Show them. I guarantee they're gonna like this. They're gonna go, how much, teacher? $120 for all a year? My gosh, they're gonna jump on it. I mean, the target is endless. Possibilities are endless. You can go to schools, you can go to college. It won't be hard to learn because it's fun. When something's fun, you remember what you learned. When something's boring, you don't remember anything. Diba? Pag naiinip ka, parang ganito, pasok dito, labas dito. Pero kapag na-enjoy mo yung pinag-aaralan mo, na-absorb talaga yun. Dito sa mga English tutorial, hindi mangyayari. Mag-absorb talaga yung bata. At ito yung mga this syllabus is all original. Okay? We didn't copy from anyone. Hindi pirated itong mga nasa my English tutor, okay? It's also registered, so it cannot be plagiarized. So if someone tries to copy it, Brother James is an attorney, he can take them to court. Okay? Let's start with beginner 1.
Hello, student.
Naming words.
Welcome to another English lesson. Look at the pictures and the words below them. Look at the words below the picture. Read after me. Duck. Owl. Elephant. Fish. Butterfly. The words we read are names of animals. The names of animals are naming words. Let's read them again. Duck. Owl. Elephant. Fish. Butterfly. Look at the other set of pictures. Look at the words below the pictures. Read after me. Ball. Glass. Dress. Chair. Cake. The words we read are names of things. The names of animals and things are naming words. The names of things around you are naming words too. We have come to the end of the lesson.
So that's naming words. Did you learn anything? Once they log in, they'll be given a username and a password. Once they log in, they can go and they will see if they can choose. They want to start at beginner 1. Yeah, they can start at beginner 1. They want to start at this subject. Yeah, they can start. They don't have to start at the first one to go down. No, it's their choice. Yeah, they have the choice to choose where they want to start. I'll show you advanced 2.
Hello students, welcome to another English lesson. Do you know that walking is a good form of exercise? Do you enjoy reading fairy tales? Reading fairy tales is enjoyable. What do you notice in these sentences? Which is the subject in sentence number 1? Walking. Which is the subject in sentence number 2? Reading fairy tales. Walking is a gerund. A gerund is a verb form that ends in ing and used as a noun. Reading fairy tales is a gerund phrase. A gerund phrase is a group of words that begins with a gerund. Look at the examples of gerund use as subject of the sentence. Recycling is making something useful out of waste material. Gardening is a worthwhile hobby. Teaching is a noble profession. Logging destroys the forest. Look at the examples of gerund phrase used as subject of the sentence. Writing poems is her favorite pastime. Skydiving is a dangerous game. Candle making is a livelihood activity. Helping others is a kind deed. We have come to the end of the lesson.
Each lesson is different. The animations are different on each lesson. So they'll be exposed to a lot of different characters, a lot of different animation during the time that they are studying with my English tutor. This is also what the test. Right now, the test is different looking than this. In this one, there's a clock, there's a timer for 20 minutes. In the new test, there's no timer. Because a timer only puts pressure on the student. It only makes it, gives them more pressure to try to think of what the right answer is. And it's also much better, the new test, yeah. It's better looking and it's more user-friendly to the student. The words are much bigger and the pictures are, everything is good. It's really nice. Everything in this the student will like. At the end of the test, they will be given the results. on how well they did. Give them a chance to really pinpoint their weaknesses in English, because you know, once if they get one wrong, they can go back. Why did I get this wrong? It gives them the chance. That's why to repeat it 5 times gives the student the chance after taking the test. If they got something wrong, they can go back and refresh them. That's why we guarantee that the student will absorb everything, because each lesson is broken down into its simplest form, all the way up into its advanced form. So that way the student can learn the whole lesson in 1 year. Like I said before, the accent is there, the pronunciation, the grammar, and they're being taught the correct